This right here is actually a big deal to me. It's the little things that count, everyone. Yesterday, this Husqvarna 564 XP was delivered to the job site at my house while Bucky from the long way was dozing and clearing property for me. I had no clue this saw was going to arrive, so we're going to go ahead and continue to run this today. He's going to be here shortly. I'm going to go pick up some logs. We'll have a little bit more bucking to do, and we're going to do some more tree removals. So far, I'm really impressed with how this thing is running. I'm excited to see how it's going to hot start here in just a moment. We're going to continue to take out trees for our shop build. We got all these trees back here that have got to come out, but before we continue with that, I want to get some of these logs out of here that are kind of mixed up in the brush. Let's get started. This ran yesterday evening, probably about 15 hours ago. Pumped the purge bulb here. We're definitely colder than we were yesterday, right about freezing right now. The purge bulb is firm because of the plastic there. Remember, no choke on this baby. That's the best starting chainsaw I've ever experienced. I hear it sort of like pulsing or something. Now this is the deal. I don't have like real clean wood right here to try to do like a tuning cut where you bury the tip for a long time. I'm going to try to take a few cuts and see what happens here. So we'll kind of keep track of that and see how it does throughout the day. He should be here any minute. I'm about done getting the logs out that I need. All right, let's see how she does. Let's see if I can run this down the log here and see if it tunes. We'll keep running it. What do you guys think? This feels good. I don't know if he's going to try to push on it yet. I believe he's going to try to push it straight that way. Probably break some of those tops out, which is okay. I'm excited to try the 564 in this pine tree here. I'm gonna buck about 10-foot logs out of it. I'm gonna try to keep it as clean as possible because it's gonna go into the potential sawmill pile. That's a lot of digging. Big hole in the ground. That thing should go now. Just for some scale here, everybody. Oh man, awesome. That was cool.
To the drive-through now.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I have a choice as an editor to leave this or to not. Hey, that gives an opportunity to run the 562. My 562 has skip on it, but I can tell it doesn't have as much power. I'm gonna start hauling these out. Gonna swap the chain. I'm throwing on that semi-chisel chain since all the work is fairly dirty. I wish I would have recorded something as mundane as filling the gas, but this is perfect. This site is perfect. As you're filling it, you can see where the fuel is, so it's easy to not overfill it. That is awesome. Great design, Husqvarna. Really, really nice. Let's see how she starts now. Perfect. Nice. I'm gonna actually just cut this little section out of here and then that'll be it. Really enjoying this saw, everyone. Just in case I missed this earlier, I was asking about like a pulsing, if you had heard that. I do feel like the throttle, like if you're off load, so let's say you have it revved up and you have it not in wood, I feel like it pulses a little bit, but I'm wondering if that's not how Husqvarna deals with making sure it's not over revving. So like on my 562 or 550, they have a tendency like kind of pop. And I think that's like the coil reducing the RPMs. So I wonder if that's not what is happening here, because when you're in the cut, it's good and smooth. Let me tell you, this saw is very, very smooth. Lots of really nice features when it comes down to, like I'm telling you, this right here is actually a big deal to me. Someone was talking about how this bulb right here was recessed in here and easy with a glove. That's pretty cool. That's definitely good. But normally, like I've seen saws with like a slit right here. This is nice because when you're filling it up and it's on its side, you can see that fuel come up here, and you know that when you start rising up to here, you're done. That way you don't overfill it. Let me look at my 562 Mark 1. Just for comparison's sake. It's exactly what I'm talking about. So when you're filling it, you don't have as much of a warning because the sight glass is on the side, and you're generally, I stand over from this angle here. If you filled with your left hand, and you were standing from this side here, you probably see it, but that is a very welcome addition on that 564. It's the little things that count, everyone. The bar nuts are definitely nicer feeling. I feel like these, like when you loosen them up, they just kind of dangle there. So that's like a difference to me. I haven't even looked underneath the air cleaner yet. I'm planning on still doing at least one more video, kind of going over it a little bit more, because really we've been just using it. But I mean, that's what a chainsaw is for, right? Using it. This is absolutely transforming, wouldn't you say, everyone? The brush pile's been kept relatively small, given the fact that we're keeping the larger logs out of it. I know a lot of people are gonna say, hey, that's good firewood, that's good firewood. It's too dirty. Now, he did just tumble it into here, but I just don't want to deal with this, guys, right now. Bucky is blessing us with the time that he has. I'm not gonna ask him to sit and wait as I cut up 6-inch pieces of wood. Not gonna happen. It's expensive and time consuming. This man is a very busy man. And so that's why, and I don't want to deal with it, frankly, too. I think I'm gonna be cutting here in a second. I'll take a couple logs out of that real quick. Yep. Beautiful. Nice. It's amazing how much they get hung up. There it is. Nice. Yep.